Welcome to number 3 of our Growth Insights series, where we've tested tools for you, we've read a lot of articles, and we've kept the best for last. So brace yourselves. Let's kick off with some paid social. Bookmark this free tool. It helps you get through the mental maze of online ad sizes. No more Googling, it's all in here. As always, you can find all of the links to the tools that I'm referencing in the description below. Now let's continue with some social media. Thanks to Abdul for recommending postintelligence.ai. This tool will connect to your Facebook and your Twitter posts. Then it's going to analyze your engagement stats based on those posts and recommend content that you should post, as well as scoring the post that you're actually about to share. So it's actually pretty nifty. We're still testing it for effectiveness over time. Quentin shared this little gem called grademyads.com, and basically it rapidly grades your Facebook ads on consistency, quality, effectiveness, and budget. Even if the results are not perfect and super specific, it does give you some low-hanging fruits if you don't have time to dive deep into your data. Cool, now let's spy on some competitors. Thanks to Stefan for sharing this insanely cool tool called crayon.co. It allows you to review landing page changes of most companies, notably your competitors, and get notified anytime they make changes to their website. It's great for inspiration and competitive analysis. Hey look, all of these websites had a redesign less than 3 days ago. And now for some tools that help you with our essential reading. Here are 2 practical resources to help you find the best articles to read online. The first is called Paperbot. Invite the friendly Paperbot to Slack channels where you share the most links, and he will neatly organize them for you. By the way, if you want to build your own bots, you actually don't have to build them from scratch anymore. Motion.ai built this bot.store that allows you to buy bot templates to get you started more rapidly. Now let's actually do some of that reading. For those that like to read a bucket load of top-notch articles, zest.is is a Chrome plugin that has surprisingly good content. It's hand-picked for digital marketeers. Hey, by the way, this is kind of random, but did you just fall in love with that beautiful gradient on Zest's homepage? UI Gradients is a free library of gradients that you can use for your ads, articles, headers, landing pages, or whatever you want. Oh, and if you want to take things one step further, thanks to Ines for recommending Emblem, this cool little tool actually allows you to build a brand identity in 20 seconds flat. Now let's actually do some of that reading. Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, his letter to shareholders. Sounds really boring, right? Well, you're wrong. It's one of my best reads this year. If you don't have time to read it, I've picked out the best parts. The CEO shares that data-driven is great, but for the sake of speed, most decisions can be made with about 70% of the information that you wish you had. The secret to failing fast is actually rapid course changing. Being wrong is cheap, being slow is absolutely deadly. This is totally in line with this post we wrote about why your experiment should last 2 weeks maximum. This is also in line with Martijn Scheibeleier's slide when he came to our campus. This is my fave slide so far this year, coming from a company that gets 20 million visits a month. I should ask if I can put this on a t-shirt. Thanks to Patrick from Minibrew for taking the picture for me. Also watch this video on A/B testing at booking.com. My favorite part was at the end of the talk during the Q&A when Stuart Frisbee says that they don't actually store A/B testing learnings too rigorously because most of them will end up being wrong when tested again later. In other news, a major German e-commerce company is using an AI algorithm to predict with 90% accuracy what products will be bought within 30 days and hasn't yet fired anyone since they started using the algorithm. It analyzes around 3 billion past transactions and 200 variables, things like past sales, searches on Otto's site, and weather information to predict what customers will order 1 week before they actually order it. Now, speaking of data analysis, if you want to get on board, Taya's been taking a bazillion online machine learning courses. She shared this super useful article which ranked a bunch of data science courses and tells you which are the best and where to start. Once you're done with these courses, you'll understand our buzzword of the week a little bit better. Have you ever heard of the famous Move 37, which we read about in this article? It was a somewhat scary moment on the 11th of March when Google DeepMind's AlphaGo made a move that no one could predict.
Ooh. That's a very surprising move.
I thought it was a mistake. This move
and taking control of the game.
Mm-hmm. That was a gorgeous
that
move.
Actually worked pretty well.
As you can see, no humans understood that this move had in fact won the match for AI. Here's one of our favorite technical articles so far. So we spend a lot of time in Google Sheets, like a lot. Nicole from OneFit sent over this beautifully curated list of the best Google spreadsheet add-ons. I spent like an hour going through all of them. My 2 favorite are these ones. Supermetrics is a really practical tool to import all of your business data into single Google Sheets. You can import your Google Analytics, Moz data, social networks, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, etc. Alien text analysis analysis allows you to analyze and summarize text. You can analyze its sentiment, find concepts and individual entities inside text. It's basically a really cheap way of doing natural language processing. Now here's a little section where we want to share some updates on tools that we use regularly. First of all, Hotjar has a great new function that allows visitors to highlight and give feedback on specific parts of the website. Mixpanel also just launched Signal, which allows you to run correlation analysis of events that are correlated with retained users. And also, I'm pretty excited about this one. Buffer now lets you create different content depending on which social media platform you're posting to. So you can have one post for LinkedIn, one post for Facebook, and a different post for Instagram, all scheduled at the same time. Speaking of content for social media, movies or moving images are the new big thing. GIFs are the new norm, right? Well, thanks to Stefan for recommending this tool from Giphy. We've tried a bunch of these animated GIF creators, but this is currently the best GIF maker around. Now, this is Paolo making a GIF of himself editing this video right now. Kind of weird, right? The UI is absolutely to die for. There are some cool export options. The only minus point is that it's only available on Mac. So if you're on PC, we recommend LICEcap, which you can find in the description below. Want to take your GIFs to the next level? I really think you should, and this is why. Okay, now we're about to wrap up. Here's the book recommendation. 4 years ago, Austin Allred wrote a blog article on how he had hacked PR. I used his exact technique to get my first 27 press mention. Now Austin, along with Vince Clancy, are out with a book called Secret Sauce, which you can buy here, and we really highly recommend it. I said I would keep the best for last. If you haven't seen it yet, Black Mirror has nothing on the stuff that Facebook's working on at the moment. Watch this video on the future of social interactions with humans. Your mind will literally be blown. That's it for this week. If you've liked the content, please hit like. Also, if you could leave a comment if you have any other tools that we should have talked about, and we'll be back really soon. Bye.